Okay, okay. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? All right. You already know what time it is. It's about to be that time. Savage. All right. One Piece. 10:18, guys. 10:18. I'm excited. All right, as always, for these streams, we're going to be over at OnePieceChapters.com. All right. Everybody can see and hear me all right, right? Yeah, loving the emojis in the chat, guys. Yep. Woo! People. I just opened it. Chapter 10:18. Jinbei versus Who's Who. All right. I am going to say it again. For the people in the back, you already know what time it is. It's a bit... You already know what time it is. It's about to be that time. Savage. Oh my god. That Indie Glow said, I'm not ready, bro. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. Thanks, Stan. Thanks for the... Glad you liked the shirt. Yeah. Now, Tane I can get into. Alright. Okay. Jinbei Oyabun. Let's go. OST in my ear. You know, this is what I wanted the most from this. Let's continue this through line. Alright, I'm on page 1, people. Alright. Castle interior. A total of 300 headliners with gifter powers of switch sides. Shout out to the girl Tama. A little girl gave them orders. Somehow she was able to sway them. Somehow, yeah. Think we can stop it by killing her? Well, I mean that's you know, that's one way to avoid the sugar rules don't apply rule. Oh wow. These people are like really targeting an 8-year-old girl. Savages. Savages. You know, like I'm a savage, and you know, most of the people in the chat, you know, we're all savages here, right? These people are savages. It's a whole different type of savagery. Ah, but Daifugu came in and saved them. For a second there, I thought Daifugu was trying to attack them, and I was like, what's going on here? This is like thumbs up panel of Daifugu. Alright. I want to see those Tamas in the chat. Let's go. We got everybody coming out to save the young goat. Usopp got left behind. Oh, man. Gazelle Man's gonna patch up Camacho. Alright. That gets a Daifugu thumbs up right there. So Nami, can I be your servant again? Nami, you better get used to it. He can't be removed without Big Mom, so, I mean, you might as well just use him, right? Ah, we can be partners instead. I love it. I like it. Alright, just officially got an actual new Nakama, guys.
Another.
I'm calling it. This is the official Zeus join the Straw Hats panel right here. Oh man. All right. Okay. Out of the way. Nami's partner coming through. There goes the boy. All right. Help the samurai bring down Kaido. $2,000 additional traders. Oh, CP0. Let's go. Monocle Meruem over here. Their rampages also cost us an additional 2,000 casualties. The number of Beast Pirate troops had already dwindled from 30,000 to 20,000. Oh, it's the math section, guys. You know we're not here to do math. Alright. 16,000 versus 9,000. We just need to confirm his death. Oh, okay. So now that's what we're going to be talking about this week, right? Who is the his? Have we his. It's Joy Boy. Okay. Because this line here, have we verified his identity? Even if it is him, any confidential information he has should be dated by now anyway. His survival wouldn't harm the government. Ooh. We're going to be talking about these pages. Allowing a rogue escapee to live would set a bad precedent. What does it say? He'll even survive the night. Oh. So is this CP0's true motive the whole time? Is that they've been after who's who? Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. Now we're heading back to the 4th floor. Let's see what's happening. Alright. Kapo. Cat trees are falling. So that means you hold a grudge against Luffy. My real issue is with the one who stole the Goma Goma fruit, red-haired Shanks. Okay. Wow, that Fang pistol broke through Jinbei's armament. We can see there's some blood on his arm. Okay. It's only natural for my resentment to spread to him. Okay. This makes me feel like Who's Who and Luffy need to like have some sort of an interaction. Next page. Just below on the 3rd floor. Those bites are going through the floor. So these Fang pistols must have this, like, the same properties of Lucci's Rokuogan. Because, like, Rokuogan in my mind is, it's like Ryo, right? You know, he went through and, like, hurt Luffy from the inside. But to put that into the air, it's kind of wild. That's wild. I didn't think a slimy fishman could move that fast on dry land, Jinbei. Alright. We get it. You're a cat, right? You don't like fish? I don't know about that one. Oh, yeah. Jinbei says, I'm not sure what to say to that. I'm not sure what to say either. Yeah.
Savage.
It's generally no longer acceptable to express us discriminatory views on fishmen. Thank you. That's exactly how I looked at that line. I was just like, come on, like, you know, come on. It's chapter 1017, people. 1018. It's 1018. What am I talking about? I'm a week in the past. It's 1018. There's something else I want to ask about. Takai. This is like TCB. Why is TCB using like the Viz English translations for the Rokushiki technique? It's like, come on, like you called it Rankyaku last chapter. You know, I love what these guys do, but you know, we know what Tekai is. Ooh, that looks spicy. Fang Cavalry Flash. I'm liking this, guys. I'm liking this. Gyojin Jujutsu. Alright. This man just did the shoulder throw on him. Next page. Water bullets. Soru. This is what I was waiting for, people. You know, this is a good fight. I like this. About that thing I wanted to ask you. Back when I was in prison, I heard a story. I was mockingly told to pray to a certain someone for salvation. Apparently, slaves in ancient times believed in a legendary warrior that would eventually come and save them. Called him the Sun God, Nika. So is this the history behind the Sun Pirates and why they chose that as their symbol? It was said he would bring laughter to their lips and free them from their suffering. Who knows if he really existed, though? So was Who's Who not an Impel Down, but was actually held captive in Marijoa with slaves and then broke free? Did he break free at the same time the Fisher Tiger did? In which case, like, you know, why are you racist against fishermen who said, like, you were potentially saved by one? Alright, let's see. My cruel sentence was dragging on for what felt like forever, so I clung on to the legend. Just wanted to be saved. You led the Sun Pirates. I heard the crew was made up of former slaves. Besides, isn't the history of fishermen a history of slavery? Alright. Bro, You're trying to get answers. You're asking this man questions. But then you're going to hit him with like a million shigans? Like, he can't speak if you're doing that. You're not going to get your answer. Guard who told me about Nika vanished a few days later without a trace. I figured that maybe the story wasn't meant to be shared. Hearing it put me in danger too, so I risked my life to break out. Whew. This man just break his finger on Jinbei's armament? Okay. Time to turn the tide, Jinbei. Let's see. I have nothing to say to you. You know, I want the answers too, Jinbei, but at the same time, I feel that this man doesn't deserve to know. Alright, I'm on the last page now. Let's see. Ultimate technique. Get off my tail. Oh, better not be half-assed about it. No half measures. Jinbei's attack looks like some Gura Gura no Mi stuff right there. Looking at the color pages here. A lot of color pages, wow. People really went in on this. Okay, coming over to the chat. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Jinbei turned Who's Who into Who Cares. Whew. How's everybody doing, guys? This makes me want to go back and reread the Fisher Tiger flashback to see if there's anything in there. Rain Man said Jinbei hit him with the Fishman Rokuogan. Lucy B said, in Skypiea, a sun god has been mentioned. I want to see that panel. vaguely remembering that. I mean, was that in the Nolan flashback? Right, I'll say who's who with the back-to-back exposition dumps. Yeah, and I mean, this whole thing here with the sun god, it's just, Oda is laying on the Joy Boy stuff very thick, I guess if Joy Boy is a title, like so many people have speculated, that Nika, the sun god, could have been the original Joy Boy. I guess. I mean, that's sort of like my first thoughts. I have to think about it more, but I mean, it would make sense if Joy Boy was a title, then the person would have a real name. But then you go and you look at the CP0 scene, and it's like they want to erase who's who because he knows this information, like they did with the guard. I mean, it tracks, right? Because I mean, they're all about suppressing information. They blew up O'Hara because they were getting too close to unlocking fruits and the poneglyphs. I guess if who's who is an awakened third-eyed tribe member as well, then it just sort of goes on top of everything as well, right? Because if he can read the poneglyphs, then that's Kaido's guy right there. Still, I mean, man, Oda. For every answer, there's 10 more questions. Got some super chats here. We also got a new member, Steak Bentley.
Another one.
Thanks for joining, Steak. Let's see. Brandon King.
Savage.
Mother Carmel also worshipped the sun god. Very true, yeah. And I just recently reread that too because I was looking back at that flashback. So that's a good point. And it wasn't necessarily that Mother Carmel really worshipped the sun god. It was that the giants did, right? And she was sort of manipulating them into, from my perspective at least, it seemed like she was manipulating them into believing in the sun god. Anytime she needed to be like, oh, hey, don't be mad at this. Come on, look, it's the sun god, And they're all like, oh, the sun god. So, maybe we'll get more information on Nika and when we can eventually get to Elbaf. Amrit Singh, thank you.
Savage.
I think CP0 is here for Luffy and Law's fruits after their defeat. They were at Dressrosa also. Maybe they've been tailing them since the alliance was announced. That's interesting. There's a possibility for that. I mean, we talked, if you watch the review that I put, the analysis that I put out after the last stream, I was hearkening back to the timeline of the Opi Opi no Mi and the Gomu Gomu, like when Luffy and Law ate it. It's just a few months apart. So it seems like there's a possibility that the world government had access to these fruits, and then something happened, and the fruits went out. So, and that started a whole thing where who's who was protecting the Gomu Gomu, and, then they lost track of the Opi Opi no Mi, and that's why they went after That's why Sengoku and Tsuru were going so hard after the Opi Opi no Mi and Corazon without really understanding the ramifications or, why higher ups in the world government would probably want the Opi Opi no Mi. He just wanted to save Law. So, it just adds an extra layer to that flashback, when we eventually get more information on all of that and the immortality operation. Yeah.
Savage.
Super chat from Kermit D. Frog. The Toby Ropo have been mirrors of their Straw Hat opponents. Page 1, taken out by a woman. Ulti hurts children. Who's racist? How about Big Mom and Sasaki? Anytime you ever come around Kermit, I'm going to have to use the Kermit voice. Toby Ropo have been mirrors of their Straw Hat opponents. I need to see more of the I'm missing the connection between page 1 and Big Mom taking him out, I guess. Ulti hurts children, which is, something that affects Nami, because Nami, that's one of the buttons that you don't want to push with Nami, so sure, I get that. Who's Who is racist, so Jinbei taking him out, okay. Sasaki, well, the mirror there would be if it comes out that he's Kokoro's son, right? Because that's still been my going theory for a long time, is that Sasaki is Chimney's father and Kokoro's son, so if that comes out during the Frankie fight, then, they'll stop fighting and probably team up. If Denjiro comes in and gets into that fight, it's been established that they're friends. Sasaki just seems like the guy that's going to turn at some point. Or that the relationships that he has are just going to get fleshed out. Hope D. Water said page 1 was beaten by a woman, whereas Usopp always beats a woman. Yeah. But page 1 was never really Usopp's opponent, as far as I'm concerned. So, but yeah, I mean, you could even go as far as continuing that, Oda always tries to do something like that with the villains. You take the Robin fight, she can create arms. She's fighting someone that, also is a spider and has multiple arms. So there's that. And Queen is sort of a vessel for Judge. So Sanji's going to be able to get his aggression out. Super chat from Cruz List Play. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Savage.
He said, hey Randy, longtime fan here, finally made it. I got vibes of the Wukong legend, with Luffy being a type of messiah. Nika means to be very good, true, or chosen in Persian. Well, all of this tied together, maybe. Keep it up. So I like this, and I want to. I didn't know about this. This is news to me, but I'm going to look up all of this, and I appreciate you hitting me with the info dump and the info drop here. So I'm gonna do some looking into as far as the Wukong legend, and let's see. Nika comes from a Persian ancestry, so I wonder if that'll tie into Alabasta in some sort of way. you know, if Alabasta is supposed to have, you know, any sort of Persian relation as well. This is cool, and you know, if we get a little bit of a lull here in the stream, I'll start looking up the Wukong legend maybe, and we can talk about it. Let me see here. QD Talk, thank you.
Savage.
Check chapter 253, page 14, and chapter 300, page 16, and look at Luffy's silhouette compared to the sun god in this chapter. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm going to chapter 253. All right. This is in Skypiea. All right. Heading there. I figured it was this when they're dancing at the fire. Yeah. And you know what's interesting about this scene as well is that Oda came out and listed his like top 3 favorite scenes from the story that, you know, aren't, you know, like nothing happened, or, you know, like I want to live, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, he said like one of them was Robin just taking the sticky goop and the soap suds from Sabaody and just rubbing it on Usopp's leg. Another one was just the panel of Wano, right? The first panel that we see at the Flower Capital. And this panel of them dancing in front of the fire. So this is an extremely important thing that, you know, we should not throw to the wayside. Like this is an important panel. So when you go into this chapter and you see the sun god as it's shown on this page here with Who's Who, there is a similarity, but at the same time, I'm looking at both side by side now, and it's not, you know, it's not exactly the way. It's just sort of, it's the same style, though. But I think Oda's smart. He wants us to look at this stuff. He wants us to draw these conclusions, these comparisons. And here we are. We're doing it, you know? And I know there's some people saying I haven't gotten to their donations yet. I'm working my way through, guys. I'm gonna get to everybody. Don't worry. Yeah, and then chapter 300. Okay, so is this when he rings the bell and he's in the sky? Is that what it is? Or are we talking about when they have the second party? Let's see. Looking for it. Yeah. It's basically, that's what he wants us to look at this stuff. And we got here super chat from Marcus Koniki. Sun God Nika looks like Luffy's shadow in Skypiea. Yep, that's what we were just talking about. Yep. And let's see, toilet tube.
Savage.
Toilet Tube said, Nika looks like it has two heads. Anyone noticed? So are we saying that the hair on the back also looks like a head? I mean, that's interesting because if you because I'm looking at the panel of Nika, right? I'm looking at that drawing. So you have obviously the face is pointed out this way. That's reversed for you guys probably on the camera, but anyway, then the other side, it looks like a snake. Now that I'm looking at it, looks like there's a tongue. Man, yeah. So maybe Nika had a Zoan. Like a snake Zoan. Their body is very fluid. But then again, that also could be construed as the body looking rubbery, right? Did Nika have the Gomu Gomu, right? That's the whole... That's why the fruit is important. Nika had the Gomu Gomu. Oh, man. Lucy B.
Savage.
Nika as a Persian name means chosen. Thank you. Cruz brought that up as well, and I think that's great. I love it. PXPX, thank you.
Savage.
Joy Boy might be inspired by African folklore, and the sun god is mentioned multiple times. Can you check your Twitter quickly? I tagged you. Let's see. Going on Twitter, everybody. Let's see. All right, so I'm looking at this tweet. We have the image of Nika here. Then the silhouette of Luffy. This is what everybody's talking about. It's very similar, like that. Now this, okay, so this is interesting. From West Africa, Joy Boy. Literally says Joy Boy in this magazine or something. What is this from? Joy Boy smiles perpetually at all the foibles and problems of mankind and cures human troubles by tapping out an irresistible rhythm on his drum. Whoever hears the music of Joy Boy is compelled to dance and sing along until he or she has shaken the black cloak of despair from the shoulders. Luffy's wearing a black cloak right now. Some jazz players claim to have captured Joy Boy rhythms, but their efforts are a pale imitation of the dance frenzy which can keep humans dancing until they drop. Wow. So, in West African culture, there is a Joy Boy. Oh man, I'm going to be doing a deep dive later, guys. Oh, okay. So then there's another part of the tweet that PX sent with a definition for Joy Boy. The West Indian character who personifies the human need to dance, sing, and jubilate. He is a relation of the Lord of the Dancers who inspires festivals in colder countries, and it seems likely that he traveled to the Caribbean with an early shipment of slaves. Well, PX, I think you just cracked Joy Boy. Wow. That's great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know Oda and his folklore. We know that. That's... I really like that. That's great. Evo Warrior, my
Savage.
guy. Check Discord mod chat. We have panels to show you. Okay. Open in Discord. Let's see. Alright, so there's a whole Google Doc here about Nika, I guess. People have been doing a lot of work these past couple of days. Alright. So this is great. I'm actually going to open this on the phone so I can show people. Let's see. Michael Washington Jr.
Savage.
If Nika is a snake, could that be why the Shandians worshipped the Nola? Yeah, I was thinking about that. When I started talking about the snake, I was like immediately started thinking about Nola and everything like that. It's possible. It's possible, guys. Oh man. Wow. You guys are showing me some great stuff here. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. So this is what they were trying to show me on the Discord here. So as you can see, Usopp is Joy Boy. Oh god.
Savage.
No, I think that's great. Oh, and that's what it says in the doc here. Usopp is going to be Nika. Sogeking's mask is like the sun. He freed the toy slaves and became God Usopp under a sun ray. But the biggest argument is this photo. Okay, this is interesting. The weapon of Nika looks like the top of Nolan's head. And his clothing looks a lot like what the Shandians wear. Yeah, I definitely drew comparisons to the Shandians in my own mind here. Though he doesn't have the wings. The wings were... I mean, the Shandians didn't have the wings until they went to Skypiea, so... we know that the weapons of Nika, sword and spear, are the same weapons that Nolan and Calgary use. Okay, yeah. So there might be something in the Nolan and Calgary flashback for this. Then we're seeing this thing from chapter 300. Yep, says it right there, chapter 300. Another silhouette. Who desires the continuation of the war? Wow, guys, this is an intense Google Doc. You know, I mean, I might as well throw drop the link for the Google Doc in the chat, and I'll like pin it or something so that people can actually like read along or look at this if they want. Well, I have a computer. I guess I can do that. Can I do that? Or can I not share a link on this? Well, let me put it. I gotta say though, guys, this is all like really top tier, great stuff that you compiled. Wow. Chapter 287. This is in the Nolan flashback. This is referring to the giant snake. The same name may be a reference to Nika. I'm going to meet the sun god, they said. Yep, this is from that. Chapter 292, the first time we see a straw hat. Yep, someone was listening to Nolan's story. Yeah, I've seen that panel get brought up a lot about why was there a straw hat there, and was this kid, like, important in some way. Chapter 867, the Carmel flashback, the sun god again. It was the sun god who calmed the disaster. Yep, we talked about that, how that was the case. Then just the kind of how the Koski symbol, we know that the Alabasta flag is a sun, too, right? And we're talking about Persian themes and everything like that, and oh yeah, this is all tying together. And this is neat too, just talking about how Luffy's often has a sun design in his clothes. The gear from Dressrosa, the gear from Wano. Yeah, I like that as well. Yeah. It's really cool stuff, guys. I like that. I'm here for it. Heavenly Demon says the stream's lagging, is it? Is there something going on? Are we good or not? All right. I'm going to wait till oh god. All right, let's see. This has never happened, so I don't even know what to do to fix this. Yeah. Okay, it just told me reconnection successful. So, it's saying excellent connection now. So I'm thinking that we're good. I'm thinking we're back. I'm thinking we're back. Okay. I had to stop the stream in OBS, keep it going in YouTube, and then wait for it to reload. Sorry, guys. Yep, we lost about 150 people in that moment, but everybody that stayed, you guys are the real ones. Are you serious? I don't know what's going on here, guys. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
It's not the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's YouTube or OBS for sure. I turned everything off with Wi-Fi.
Maxo said your meatballs are too powerful. YouTube shook. You were
She
talking about
unplugged the crock pot.
you were saying you were making meatballs.
Yeah, I was saying I'm listening, but I'm making meatballs, which is what I'm doing. And Marshall's in the high chair right now.
Okay. All right. Okay. See, this is the thing that's happening, right? Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's good now, it's good now, it's good now," and then suddenly it's then I start seeing F's in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to I'm seeing that we're good here. If it happens again, like I don't want to do it, but I'm literally going to just stop this stream and then start a whole new one. And this will be part 1 and part 2. All right. So let's see. Whew, man. All right. So just tell me how we're doing now. Tell me how we're doing now. Let me see. And okay. So I'm seeing that we're good. All right. I just checked and it's like it's good, right?